All right, so this is how I remember my 12 cranial nerves. I like to do a little story for each one that helps me remember the functions and if it is sensory or motor or both. So, number one is going to be your olfactory nerve. Number one is a sensory nerve. It has to do with smell. I think of it as whenever you are in a game or a competition and you win first place, it smells like victory, right? So, number one is going to be a smell. Cranial nerve 2, it's going to be the optic nerve. And so whatever competition you were just in, you were looking down your competition. So cranial nerve 2 is a sensory nerve, has to do with vision. Cranial nerve 3, ocular motor. It's a motor function. I think about number 3 kind of looks like the eyelashes on the cars, those silly eyelashes on the car headlights. And like the car headlights help the driver focus on where the car is going. Cranial nerve 3, ocular motor, has to do with motor functioning, and the eye is focusing. Cranial nerve 4, trochlear, I think of 2 and 2 is 4. When you do like air quotes like this, your fingers are moving up and down, so is your eye. So it's a motor function. Number 5, trigeminal. It's going to have 3 parts to it. The tri means 3. It's going to be a sensory and it's going to be a motor cranial nerve. There's 3 parts. You're thinking, oh my gosh, how am I even going to know what to do? Well, those 3 parts have to do with facial sensation. The last one has to do with sensation and motor. The first part, ophthalmic is going to have facial sensation of the forehead, the upper eyelid, and then part of the nose. The next one, the next portion is going to be sensory as well. It's going to have to do with the upper lip, the upper teeth, and the cheek. Maxillary. The last one, mandibular, is going to have to do with the lower lip, lower teeth, chin, and also has to do with chewing. So all 3 are sensation, but the last one is sensation and motor because it has to do with chewing. So that's number 5, trigeminal. Number 6, abducens. I think of it as 3 and 3. So whereas before number 3 had to do with focusing, number 6 has to do with movement. It's going to be motor and it's going to be going out. The eye is going to be moving out. Number 7 is facial. It is both motor and sensory. I think of 7 Brew. It's a coffee place. And when I start thinking about 7 Brew, I get really excited. I even start smiling. So facial has to do with facial expressions. It also has to do, when I'm thinking about 7 Brew, I might even start salivating because I'm so excited and I keep thinking about my coffee order. So it has to do with salivating as well. And then once I get my coffee order and I taste it, it has the sensory portion of the tongue, provides taste to the front 2/3 of your tongue. That's facial. Number 7, both sensory and motor. Number 8, vestibulocochlear. I think of it as if I drew a number 8 on a note card here. And then I made a little loop at the top like this. It kind of looks like headphones. Okay, think about it, it kind of looks like those big headphones, the Apple headphones that you put on. So it has to do with sensory, it has to do with hearing. Also, number 8, if you think about figure skaters and they're making lots of figure 8s, they're going to get dizzy. They're going to need to have a lot of balance. So it has to do with balance and it has to do with hearing, and it's a sensory functioning cranial nerve, vestibulocochlear, number 8. Number 9, glossopharyngeal. Make a number 9 with your hands, put it to your throat. Think about the doctor's office. They're feeling your throat. It has to do with swallowing. Okay, it has to do with motor. It has to do with swallowing. It also has to do with taste. It's going to be that back 1/3 part of your tongue. That's number 9, glossopharyngeal. Number 10, vagus nerve. Think about putting hands to your chest here. Now, your vagus nerve is both sensory and motor. And the sensory portion is going to be providing taste to the epiglottis, and which is like below. It's not on the face, it's like below. So hands here, so it's going to help you remember it's below. Then it also has to do with swallowing, coughing, and talking. Okay, so that's the motor part of it. So say you swallow something, goes down the wrong way. Then you start coughing fit, right? When you're finally done, you go, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I couldn't stop coughing. So that's going to be number 10, the vagus nerve. Number 11, accessory. I got 2 note cards here. Number 11. If I turn them to the side, I put them up here. Kind of look like shoulder pads, okay? That's my accessory to my outfit. It's going to be my shoulder pads. And so when my shoulders, it looks like my shoulders are shrugged because I have on these big shoulder pads. And that's what accessory, that's what it is. It's shoulder shrugging. And then if my shoulders were shrugged and they were so high up, it'd be pretty hard to turn my head, which is also what the accessory nerve does. It's a motor function. And your last one, number 12, hypoglossal. You're thinking, what in the world does that do? It's right there on the tip of my tongue. Why can't I remember it? Well, that's it. It's the tip. It's your tongue. It's the movement of your tongue. It's motor function. It's just moving. No taste, just moving. Hypoglossal, number 12. So that is how I remember my cranial nerves. Hope it helps someone else too.